every year, I don't get nervous anymore. Whatever you want me to do in front, on top of the camera, on stage, I used to have butterflies in my stomach, no more. But whenever I come up to introduce my mentor, my teacher, my friend, my older brother, I get these butterflies in my stomach. For two reasons. Number one, I'm genuinely emotional when I introduce him. And those who know me, you know I never get emotional. Number two, I'm so afraid that what I say will not do justice to describe him or introduce him. And I have had the privilege to know him close up. He is my upline, my working upline. I sat with him for hours, nights, right, where he brought me up, not only as a better networker, but I think more importantly, a better man. And I've heard this concept of mentor, teacher, guru, and all of that I never understood. But what I experienced being his student until today is a concept of care that you will never find, I will never find in another human being. The fact that he can care to the point it hurts him, and he will care some more, regardless of how much pain he has to endeavor to care for you. He brought me up to be able to do what I do today. And never I thought I will say this. It feels safe to be in his shadows. It's a privilege. It's an honor. And around the world, he is known by many names. Like here in Malaysia, he was conferred an award by the royal family, which carries the title Dato Sri, for his contribution to humanity, making a difference in people's lives. All over the world, he carries so many identities. He wears so many hats. He's a best-selling author. He speaks at some of the most respected platforms around the world. But that he's a business maverick. Built a company from scratch to becoming one of the most amazing success stories to come out of Asia and conquer the rest of the world. But all of that does not matter to you and me. What matters to you and me, that he is our upline. He is the guardian. He's the one who instilled a DNA in us from 22 years ago, as mentioned by Japa, that made this VCon a reality, that we have 200,000 people watching us tonight. It started from him. He never spoke about profit. He spoke about touching 1 billion hearts. And today, I'm grateful to many people, my mother, my brothers, so many teachers along the way of my journey of life. But you see, when you find somebody who teaches you something, you remember them. All right? That's it. But when you find somebody who brings out the best in you, who allows you to reach your limitless potential, that person you will remember and forever be grateful to. And tonight, many of you are new. You only heard his name. You have seen his videos on YouTube. All right? You have heard rumors about him, like this myth, this legend called Dato Sri Vijay Ishwan. But tonight, you will see him. You will hear him. You will feel him. And whatever you're doing, stop. Put that glass down. Put that potato chip down. Tell everyone to focus. Because like I told you, his words creates magic within you. And tonight at this VCon, on the first night, as tradition when I bring up the founders. You have heard his brother, his partner Japa speak. And today it gives me great honor as chief, as his student, as his downline, as his brother, to introduce to you the man who made everything possible. That every dream that has become a reality in our network globally, every V partner, AVP, V Council, it started with him and his dream in 1998. So to all of you, my brothers and sisters around the world, and I'm serious, if you're driving the car, stop. Stop on the side of the road, put on your hazard light, get out of your car. Because I will not tolerate anyone, anywhere, sitting down when I welcome him on our VCon stage. So to VCon Connect all over the world, please rise and help me welcome at VCon 2020 our mentor, our upline, our savior and guardian of millions of dreams around the world, the one and only Dato Sri Vijay Ishwara. We can connect. Help me welcome Dato Sri Vijay Ishwara. Dato Sri Vijay Ishwara.
Welcome home. VCon, welcome home. This is my traditional greeting every time I come up. For 22 years, I say welcome home because home is VCon for all of us. As Japa was saying just now, VCon is for us not just a conference or a convention. We live VCon every single day. It's about engaging, as he says. It's about doing VCon every single day of our lives, because every single day is how we become better. The only thing that we have, and this is my message to all of you today, we have today. Tomorrow will always be a mystery. It's only a vision, a possibility. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. And today is what you have. So today, we start living VCon. For those of you who are seeing us for the first time, being in the VCon mode for the first time, be grateful. You have a chance to start living VCon every single day to reach the maximum potential that you have within you. Life up to this moment in time has been just coasting. You have lived because you needed to live. Moving forward, it's about finding a nobler way of life. It's about finding the best within you. It's about reaching that. It's about raising yourself so that together we can help mankind. And this is simply the message of Econ. Ubuntu is what we have chosen as our title, as our slogan, as our theme for VCon this year. Simply put, Ubuntu means I am because we are. The we is what I'm going to be talking about right now. It is my tradition every time I come up on stage to acknowledge the fact that the only reason that I stand here right now is because of so many people. And I'm going to begin with those of them who have carried me this far. The V that we talk about is not standing for anybody's name, least of all mine. The V that we talk about is about birds flying south. I saw this advertisement many years ago, maybe 23 years ago. It was very popular at the time that I met Japa in the Philippines. It was an advertisement for a bank. And it showed why birds fly 7 times faster simply by moving in the V formation. The lead bird carries the most weight, and he breaks into the wind. He basically leads the rest of the birds on either side of him. The last birds are basically coasting along, just like those of you who have just joined this family. You're coasting along. But as you work your way up, each of you, each and every one of you, will get to that point where you are breaking the wind, where you are leading, and the rest of the V is following you. And that is what the V stands for in VCon. So today I'm going to talk to you about the V that has flown by my side, that has carried me all this way. I am nothing without them. And in Ubuntu, I am because we are has so much significance when I say this to them. And I say this to each and every one of you because you are all now members of the V, all throughout the world. When we first set this up, I was under the impression that we were going to do maybe 30, 40,000 people, which itself is amazing because the largest audience we've ever had has always been around 20 in a stadium. And 20 was already fantastic. 20 was beyond our wildest dreams when we began because the very first VCon, and Japa will remember, in Bali, we had about 200 people, Japa does. Can we hear him? Can.
There was also SARS at that time, I remember, BJ.
So we had SARS and we had 200 people. And I'm told now the numbers that we are reaching out across the planet today is just unbelievable. But perhaps the single largest internet event of all time today, we're supposed to be touching 200,000 people. So let me first begin by introducing to you my friend, my partner, my brother. He has been both my rear guard, my front guard, my side guard at different times of our lives. He has many times sheltered me from the storm, and he is the post that I come to. Everyone has a lightning rod in their lives, and Japa is like my lightning rod. So when I react too fast, sometimes it's good to reach out and touch my lightning rod. And for that, Japadas Bismarck has my continuous gratitude. And we have traversed 22 years together. It has been an amazing dream. A dream that has actually come into reality today. Because today we are in front of 200,000 people, so I don't know what to say. But Japa, what do you feel?
Yeah, I was just sharing that, Dato. It's just unbelievable that I was getting depressed at the beginning of COVID because I was thinking, oh, VCon would be canceled. Then I heard we're gonna do this virtual. I was a bit, okay, how would that work? But I'm here in Dubai right now on stage, and I feel exactly the same. The reception I had with in-service was just amazing, Dato. I mean, it's VCon. What are we talking about virtual? We're having VCon right now, guys. Let's not even talk about anything. And we're reaching more. And I was just sharing to them that we're reaching their mothers, their fathers, their sisters. Everyone in their home is participating in the VCon this 2020. And that's what's amazing about it, VJ. Because you could talk to their wives, their husbands, their mother-in-laws, their mothers, everyone in their home. And this is another historical,
It's good.
definitely historical event for, the V.
Today, and this is the most important day of our 22-year existence, Japadas, we reach out to 200,000 people on our way to fulfill a dream which was expressed a few years ago when we said, it actually started in a press conference somewhere when a reporter asked me, when are you going to hit $1 billion as a company? When are you going to be $1 billion company? Now, numbers like that never meant anything to me and to Japa. My answer to that reporter became our slogan for VCon the following year. My answer to him very simply was, I've never been interested in $1 billion or $10 billion, but the day that we hit 1 billion hearts is the day that we become truly a member of Rhythm, a slogan that we have carried from the time we have begun. Our purpose has always been to reach out and touch. So 1 billion hearts has been our goal, and today with 200,000 people, we are getting there, Japadas.
VJ, don't forget, I remember the time where the RPR people were asking us, what is your mission? And we were like dumbfounded, like, we don't have one word for the actual mission what we have. Then I remember you remembering that the company that we registered was Raise Yourself to Help Mankind. And you just immediately said, Japa, that's our mission, raising yourself to help mankind. And we we stumbled into it, which we already had from the very beginning, because it's the very company, one of the companies initially when we started, we registered, Raise Yourself to Help Mankind. That's what I remember, that VJ.
And today it's coming more true than ever before. But our journey has been a long one, and we have had many ups and downs together. Many times we have had to basically hold each other, carry each other forward, pull each other, and sometimes even push each other. And this has been something that actually has been proven to be the most exciting times in our lives. But
I got a question.
yes,
To everyone out there in the world, all right, you are watching two dear friends and brothers who have been avoiding this topic every time I bring them up on stage. How did they meet? How did they connect? Because their personalities are poles apart. And everyone asks me, how did Dato Sri and Japa become brothers? They are business partners. So if you don't mind, my beloved founders. How did you all meet? How did this whole journey start? And the real version.
You mean
Well,
you mean you don't believe we are brothers? I mean, look at the family resemblance. We both have, the goatee and mustache right now. You can't see the family resemblance. Look at the nose. We both have the same nose. Yeah, Japa. Shall we tell them?
Well, I just remember, Dato, that for 6 months, this friend of mine has been telling me, oh, you have to meet this Malaysian guy, and because he wants to sign me up. So I avoided meeting you for 6 months. Okay, that is the truth. And finally, I was obligated by the continuous asking of my friends. So I said, okay, let's have a dinner with your, Malaysian upline, which I'm not going to join. No way I'm going to join any network marketing company. So that was already my plan in my head. I was very close because, this is a pyramid. Definitely it's not going to work. So I just invited you for dinner in my home. That's where it all started, Patman.
And quite frankly, I came because of the dinner. I was terrified that if we started talking business, I'll miss the dinner. So let me tell you, Japa's dinners are something to write home about. It's not a dinner, it was more like a feast. And, Japa is actually I never realized this until many, many years later, but apparently, Japa did a lot of the cooking himself. I thought this was being dished up in the back, by a whole bunch of cooks. But, Japa, is the chef. So basically, when we had that dinner, the first thing that my wife and I talked about was, let's not talk business. We don't want to kill this, the goose that lays the golden eggs. Let's have another, few more months of dinners before we get round to it. So we never talked about it because the dinner was too good to risk. And, we were living in the Philippines where being vegetarian was extremely tough. So we were vegetarian. Japa was vegetarian. That was the first thing that brought us together.
But see, I think the come on we hear, Vijay, is this, okay? I think after 3 days, you asked me, Japa, I'm really interested in exercising and working out. And that time I was a trainer. I was, teaching martial arts in universities. And I wasn't so sure if you were really serious. But he said, no, because I told you, I have my morning walks. Why don't you come? So I said, okay, come to me, wake me up. And I remember, although it was very difficult for me to wake you up in the morning, driving to your house, take me like an hour before I could get you off bed. But finally, we started doing these walks. I remember, Vijay, we started doing these walks. And every time, after our walks, the questions that you asked me, which you were not really expecting a verbal answer, just totally created a lot of more questions that I felt that I have to answer for myself. Questions like, how long would you be living with your father-in-law? What's your plan for your kids, what's like questions I never really asked before. So it made me think, and I think that's the first time I started really thinking more long term. He said, "Are you not? What's your plan? Do you want to be an entrepreneur?" I think I remember you also offered me that if I teach you martial arts or workout, that you would exchange that for an MBA. In a degree, of course, that's something you would just pretty much.
In network marketing.
Yeah, MBA in network marketing. I said, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, it's, I always want to learn. So we started there. And I remember we didn't have any formal training at that time. There was no VCon, there was no training. But you were always there. And now looking back, I remember you started my training day, the day we met. You started training me. Even though I was not yet your downline. In fact, it took you 6 months to sign me up. But you already started the training. looking back, I could now just realize all the setup you did for me. I was set up, and you started the training day. So I was just sharing a while ago, I was telling people training day must always takes place every day because we don't know the crisis that we are facing. And you were very right, BJ. You were telling me at that time, Japa, you gotta be training on a regular basis, just like how you train in martial arts. In fact, you kept on using martial arts because it connects with me. So you were telling me, Japa, you're training. How did you become a black belt? How did you train? You're training every day. What did you do? You engaged in sparring and all of those things. And you were telling me, but what are you doing in life to do this? What are you doing right now? And I realized, like, I'm a black belt in martial arts, but am I a black belt in life? No, I was totally a white belt. And I saw you were a black belt, the real black belt in life. And that's why I kind of like, I humbled myself. I realized, hey, I'm just a white belt. And I took this attitude of learning. How is it? What is life? What are the challenges that I will be facing in life? And it's amazing. It's destiny that today I just say I got lucky that I met you because you started my training day.
No such thing as luck. We were meant to meet, Japa. We were meant to
basically
meet.
now I could say, and I was telling them today, Vijay, I could claim that I'm now a black belt in life, especially in networking.
Well,
and thanks to the training.
I must say that you had an ally, okay? When we started off together, your ally was basically Uma, my wife.
Yeah.
Because when I wouldn't get up that early in the morning for anybody. But when you turned up in the morning to go for these early morning walks, she dragged me out of bed and she literally, kicked me down the stairs, to get me started. So that was your what should I say? Your ally and your strength. Perhaps you didn't know this, but she was behind it all the way. So I came out.
That's why, Vijay, lesson number 1 in network marketing. Make sure the wife or the husband becomes your ally. The children, the family, the mother-in-law becomes your ally. I remember you telling me this, teaching me this from the very beginning.
But I was in no hurry to sign you up, Japa does. I was actually... I think, and this is a very important thing because to me, the relationship comes first. You see,
very true.
So, even when you are building downlines, first we need to recognize that the more powerful the relationship, the better the downline. And, the fact of the matter is what you're looking for are leaders. You're not looking for anybody who signs up. Anybody who is in a rush to sign up is in a rush to leave. So if I took 6 months to bring you in, Jap, because I was, first of all, enjoying the relationship, there was no real rush, to get you there right away. And I wanted you to come in on your own free will.
And Dato, I'm looking back again. I could only look back. That really made a lot of difference that you took some time to build a relationship with me. Because I remember when there was an offer with another network marketing company signing me up, giving me, those promise first positions. There was a better payoff commission. In fact, you were not around at that time. You were in Australia. I could not sign up because the time you spent with me, I've developed some form of loyalty in our friendship. And I said, no matter, wherever my upline goes, I have to go. It came naturally for me. But if there was no relationship there, Vijay, I would have joined this, what I thought a better company and left you. And I think this is happening with a lot of our signups because we never develop relationship with them. Just the kind of relationship that Dato built with me as his downline. So this is a very important point, I think. I just don't want to tell a story, but the lesson I want to share, that lessons that I learned from our past relationship with, Vijay, Dato Vijay.
We are here today, Japs, because I'm here for you. And, you have always been there for me. So if there is any example of Ubuntu, it basically starts with the two of us. So Ubuntu, this particular slogan that we have selected today for VCon, has so much meaning. But there are a lot of other things that we were able to survive because of the fact that we trusted each other first. And loyalty, trust, integrity, these are the things that held us together despite all the other challenges that came and went. That was only one challenge, Japa. We faced so many others head on. And I remember many of them, we were able to survive because we were able to laugh together. We were able to look at each other into the eye and know that we had each other's backs. And that is powerful.
I remember the time, BJ, when we found out that this company that we were networking just decided to run away from us, meaning shut down and not deliver the promised products and commission to the 2,000 downlines we had at that time. I could not get out of bed. I was literally, I said, this is the end of my career in networking. How would I face my 2,000 downlines? We owe them commission of more than $1 million. It's like the end of the world for me, Vijay. But I remember you came to the house with your usual irritating smile during a crisis. And I was like, why the hell is he smiling? What's going on? And you were telling me, Japa, and I was like expressing the frustration. I was telling you, Vijay, this end of the world, end of our network marketing career. What are we going to do? And you were smiling and smiling, just listening to my frustration. And you told me, Japa, don't you see? There's an opportunity behind all of this. And I was like, what opportunity? We would either, there's $1 million worth of commission, $500,000 worth of products. How are we going to face our people? He said, Japa, this is great. This is amazing. He's got this, like he would not tell me the punchline. He said, we're going to set up our own company. And I said, what? Set up our own company? We don't have capital. We don't have the people. We don't have, I was just throwing.
We had the dream.
Left and right, all the problems.
We had the dream.
But we're here today. So.
Yes. And if the dream is big enough, the facts don't count.
It's very true.
So we had the dream, and that was the single most important thing. But right now we have to bring in the other members that have been with us for so long, since that particular day when we had to make a decision to start a company. And we had to confront very angry people at the time and talk to them and convince them that we will be able to provide another path for them to follow. And that is the birth of the company that began on that day, that grew to where we are here today. So,
we'll invite the guys, for all of you watching worldwide, this is a tradition Dato Sri Vijay started, whereby on the first night of VCon, he brings all his V partners on stage. And we were figuring out how to do this because the V partners are spread out all over the world. And thanks to technology, we have done it. Firstly, please allow me to bring up the V partners who are here, Dato Sri, your fellow Malaysian-based V partners. Can we start with Kuna Senatiraja? Can we have some music? Kuna Senatiraja.
Senatiraja!
Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain
And we have Sati Senatiraja.
the pain of
Sati Senatiraja!
my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven.
Can we have David Sharma?
Coming home.
David Kiran Sharma!
And now, can we have all the V partners around the world who have joined us online on the main screen?
So let me start in no particular order. Mr. Cool from the Philippines, TG Quintanar.
Morning, Dato Sri. Morning, Japa. Good morning, everybody.
Hendra Nilam. Our lion from Punjab, Ranjit Singh.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Good to be with you guys.
For the longest time, the only flower among the thorns, and one of our who began the journey with us all those years ago, Donna Marie Imson. Mahendra Kumar.
Welcome home, everyone. Thank you, Dato Sri.
Cherian Matthews.
Thank you, Dato Sri. Welcome, welcome. Thank you.
And from Chicago, Illinois, Arun George. All the way from the Middle East, Dr. Motaz. Ferdinand Tolentino.
Hi, Dato Sri. Good to see you all. Welcome home.
And from India, Padma.
Vanakkam, Dato Sri.
Welcome. Devinder Singh Joel.
Sasrika, Dato Sri. Hi, guys. Welcome home.
And Mohanat.
Kalai, do we have Dubai?
Is Dubai ready?
Okay. You can see them bigger here now. Okay, Dubai is ready and you have Dev Vatwani, Atli, Japa, Sachin, Kavita.
We have Dev Wadwani. Adli Hassan.
Hey, hugs, Dato.
Kavita. And Sachin Gupta.
Thank you, Dato Sri. Thank you very much.
And who do we have in the center? What's it? Who's there holding the... Oh, stops. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the V Partners.
Make some noise! You have live on your screen your uplines all over the world and our founders, Japadas Bismarck and Dato Sri Vijay Ishwaran. First time broadcasted live to 200,000 people. So all of you around the world, please rise one more time for the We Partnership.
I know it's hard to imagine, but there are thousands of people watching this across the globe right now. And we may not be able to feel it like we do generally in VCon, but just reach out with your hearts and feel it with your hearts, because I assure you, they are also feeling it from their hearts. So from our hearts to theirs, let's welcome them all to VCon. Welcome home to VCon.
Dato Sri, we have set up a similar setup to Dubai. Guys, we do this every VCon.
And we also forget every VCon. There's one more V partner that we need to announce. Our own Chief, Patman Senadiraja.
And we are raising the image. Okay, we got Japa looking. Japa, music. Japa, I just have one question. The whole time you're doing this, is this the new exercise for the V partners?
I have to move because the passion must remain,
Okay, guys, around the world, you may not know how significant this moment is because all of us been part of Dato Sri Vijay and Japa's family for so many years, and to see all of you on the screen, and these are all your uplines. Wherever you are in the world, these are your uplines on the screen. And usually, Dato Sri, you put forward a question to the audience around the world. But today, looking at your most loyal warriors on the screen, and here David, Sati and Kuna, I was wondering whether you have a question for us that the audience may want to hear the answers from their uplines.
I think it will be very important for us to bare our hearts to these people. And whether they're sitting in homes and in their lounges, or they're sitting in hotel rooms, or whether they're sitting in different venues, even those who are sitting somewhere in mountaintops. I saw so many amazing pictures today. It just blew my mind that this number of people out there are watching all of us right now. It is truly, truly amazing. So I want to make this both very powerful event in terms of the numbers of people involved. At the same time, I would like it to be a personal event. Our personal journeys, our personal feelings. The strongest, most powerful, I believe, motivation that anyone can receive in this industry is simply hearing someone speak of their past experiences, of their affirmations, their belief. This is the most important thing. For me, this is the single most powerful, rewarding part of the journey. So perhaps we start here with the audience, with the people.
We will alternate. Dato Sri.
Okay.
Can we get everyone in Dubai relax, sit down? Japa, Kavita, Sachin, Adli, Dave, with your social distancing protocol in UAE.
So let's go with seniority. Japa has already answered why he is still here after 22 years. And I think that's the question that I want to ask each and every one of you, which is simply put, why are you still here? It's been 22 years. A tradition in the network marketing industry, in our industry, the tradition is make your money and leave. Now, that has been the practice in almost every other organization that I'm aware of. They come back on occasion, but not in the session in the way that we do. We have never left. We are still here. So for those of you who this question, I think, is fundamentally important to recognize so that you begin to understand why we are different and why you need to be different. All of you who are listening right now need to be different. So I will begin this with one of our oldest, in fact, if not the oldest, member of the V, and ask her this question, for I'm sure she has something to say. She has always touched our hearts. Whenever she has spoken, anytime, whether it's in a crowd, whether it's just me and her sitting down having coffee somewhere, or even when it has come out in the midst of our intense arguments that we have had, her heart has always moved me. So I'd like to take this opportunity for all of you to know and welcome Donna Marie Imson. Donna, why are you still here?
Hi, Dato Sri, and hi, Japa, and hi, everyone. We met 22 years ago.
More like
And I was
23 almost,
in a
I
pair
think.
of jeans. Yeah, 3 years ago, and I was in a pair of jeans and a shirt.
I remember the t-shirt very well.
And I remember your sarong very well. But when we met, Dato Sri, it was the lowest point of my life. I had been struggling in making ends meet and feeding my 3 children as a solo parent. Putting food on the table at that point was still a huge struggle, although I had been in network marketing already, but I wasn't really getting to the point where I could say that I was able to provide for my kids and fulfill my one and only dream, which was to be the primary caregiver of my children as well. So 22 years after, caring for my children who are grown and providing for them is no longer a need. But I'm still in a pair of jeans and a shirt. But I'm a better version of myself than the girl you met 22 years ago.
I agree.
And I'm still here. I'm still here because there's a lot more women out there who are in jeans and shirts, in kurtis or abayas, who are struggling, who are wanting to just be themselves and be a better version of themselves. And I can't let them down because I know you won't allow me to let them down. And that's why I'm still here, because one day I'm looking at this grid view of Zoom, and my dream is that one day 50% of this grid view of us V partners will be women. Thank you.
And I think we're getting closer to that every single day. But perhaps we can take this just a little bit more personal. Our journey has been fraught with a lot of challenges, Donna Marie. And you just basically breezed over it. But there must be things that made you decide to stay the course and be with us this long. Things that talk about the company, talk about us, talk about our relationship with each other, and why, despite the fact that we may have all of the various challenges and defects, as all human beings do, you are still here. What is it? If there's one thing that kept you here, what is it?
The pain. The pain of being challenged, the pain of just like iron sharpening iron. I'm here because if I leave, then that sharpening will also end, and that would be the biggest pain that I would incur myself, to no longer grow, to no longer evolve, to no longer really benefit from you and my fellow V partners, our networkers who keep challenging me to really be a better version of myself so I can do better and serve better.
The pain that keeps us all alive, that keeps us on the edge. Well, Donna, we appreciate having you because just as much pain as collectively we have been able to do or contribute towards you, believe me, you have done your part in sharing that back with us. And we have needed it just as badly. So, Donna, it has been a tremendous journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, BJ. Thank you. Thanks, John.
PG! Tagumpay!
Morning,
You have the
Dato
screen
Sri.
now with the same question.
Well, I met you in Japa over 22 years ago. And at the time that we met, I never imagined what kind of an impact the two of you would have on my life. 22 years later, I've realized that we have become family. I'm actually closer to you and Japa than I am to my own brother. And simply because of the fact that families do not leave each other, you can be assured of my loyalty to you, to Japa, to my brothers in the V, and to my extended family in the V family, Dato Sri. You have changed my life in a way that I could never have imagined, for which I will eternally be grateful. As I've told you and Japa many times over, this is my last chip. I've said that many times. I've said that 15, 20 years ago. I'm still saying it now. This is my last ship. And only because you and Japa and Donna and I, for example, have been through some of the most difficult times of our lives.
Yeah, we
Yet-
remember that.
Yet, we stayed together for each other. As we all know, real friends stay with one another through the most difficult times in life. That is something that I've seen happen. And that's the reason I shall always be here with you, Dato Sri and Japa and Donna. Thank you very much, Dato Sri.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, TG. From our hearts to you. Ranjit Singh, the lion from Punjab. Please share with us, Ranjit.
Sat Sri Akal, Dato ji. How are you?
Do tell us, Ranjit, why you are still here with us. Sorry, Ranjit?
Yes, Dato Sri. For me personally, I would start by saying that I found a bigger family. Family is where life begins and love never ends. And here is a home where there is abundance. And Dato Vijay and my brother Japadas, I feel personally you are the light, the seed, the root of goodness. And the light that radiates all over. And I don't want to stay away from that. That's my main reason, Dato Sri.
Thank you. That came from the heart. I could feel that too. Thank you,
Thank you, Dato
Ranjit.
Sri.
God bless you. It's been a fantastic journey, Ranjit. I still remember you walking into my office in MCOP.
In Hong Kong, Dato Sri.
In
firstly.
Hong Kong. Yeah, in Hong
Yes.
Kong. Yes. And you came with great visions and great plans.
Dato Sri, I remember when we walked into your office, facing the beautiful sea. On your chair, there were two chappals. And I bear witness looking at those chappals. And there is a greater meaning towards that you explained to me that day.
The chapel still remained there. Ultimately,
Yes, Dato Sri.
the chapels have never left. Ultimately,
Yes, Dato Sri.
you know, he is the only boss. We are all
Yes, sir.
assistants. Thank you so
Yes,
much,
Dato Sri.
Ranjit. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Now we come to a very unique V partner because he has basically straddled the wall between corporate and networking continuously throughout the journey. And today he's not just our he's not just a V partner, but he's also the group managing director. So let me ask the same question to Kuna Senadiraja. Why are you still here?
Dato Sri, I think the answer is simple. I'm still here because I believe that this is the best thing that's available out there. But more than this being a fantastic journey and a future, Dato Sri, when we first met, you made a lot of promises. And over the years, over the 22 years, and all the challenges that you face, you've kept every promise. And you far exceeded my expectation, you far exceeded a lot of people's expectations. And I believe we owe this to your vision, and I think we need to keep a lot of promises. I intend to continue this journey because, first of all, I've got dreams to achieve, but more than that, I think our greatest success is to see a lot of people succeed out there, and I think the work is still in front of us. That's why I'm still here.
Well, you've heard it right from the horse's mouth, because our visions and dreams moving forward rely very much on Kuna as well, on both sides of the corporate and the networking side. So I'm very happy to hear that we have so many more dreams to reach out to, that we aspire to achieve. Now, to Chicago, Illinois, halfway across the world. What time is it in Chicago?
Dato Sri, 9 a.m. here.
Bright and early. Awesome. So Arun George, I still remember you as a young man walking into one of our meetings for the first time in Dubai, I think. Was it Dubai or Bahrain? Bahrain?
It was Bahrain, Dato Sri.
Bahrain, yes, I remember. Awesome. So it's been a long journey, Arun. Why are you still here?
Dato Sri, there are more than 100 million reasons to tell you as to why I'm here. Apart from being grateful and being loyal to the mission that you have given us. Apart from the fact that you have basically taken a young boy who was barely in his early 20s and who was a nobody, hardly anybody knew, and you turned that boy into somebody who was today, apart from all of those things, being with you and the other V partners, with you, with Japa, you have given us a mission in life. You have given us a purpose in life. And yes, we have made a lot of money and even more money is to come. But beyond all that, because of what we are doing right now, helping people across the world who have the dream but don't have an opportunity, and we can go to them and help them be that person for themselves and their families, and see that hope in their eyes that yes, finally I can be somebody, and being a small instrument in making that happen. That's more than anything that I can ever hope for. And being a part of this, that's what I really hope to do, till I am on this planet. And as long as we are doing this, I don't want to be anywhere else but here with you, with everybody else, doing this every day, every night.
Thank you so much, Arun. That came from the heart as well. Much, much appreciated. We have a long, long list of things to achieve yet. And now to Adli Hassan. Brother Adli, please share with us. I have the same question for you. Why are you still here? I still remember you, Adli.
I still remember first time seeing you. Dato Sri, you were in service. I remember coming to the first V event ever. It was the cruise, the anniversary. I think it was the 3rd anniversary. And I've seen you with my eyes, coming and not like any other businessman, giving the utmost service to everyone. You were carrying our luggage, and that was really, like something I will never forget, even seeing Japa that day. Seeing the two guys that I was doubting the most, that if I will come to Malaysia, I will tell that this company does not worth to continue with. And, but I saw you on my first day, coming down, giving the service yourself. And, Dato, Sri, after, I remember in 2007 when you were having that good time in a long vacation, and I sent you one text. And I told you should be proud of yourself. You already established a company in a way that you can go in a vacation for 6 months, twice a year. So everything, Dato, you instilled on us this DNA of, fighting every challenge, and we cannot give up. You're not giving up. You're still here, Dato. You're still here. That's why we're still here. You had the chance. You had the opportunity. You and Japa, you could have, just like any businessman, you can just sell this and go enjoy life. But you're still not doing this. You're still giving it your full heart, your soul, your passion, your commitment, and that's driving me every day. And this is the benchmark I look up to. And as I'm also having a lot of dreams still I want to achieve. And for that, you have my word. I'm not leaving Dato.
Thank you, Atli. I just like to interject that every time I want to retire, Japa doesn't let me retire. So, it's been difficult for me to retire every time. Talk about retirement and Japa is saying, why? So I can't retire yet. And look at Japa, he looks so young. He looks exactly like, the first time we met him, except for the beard and the mustache. Now he's trying to look a little bit like me. So we look like brothers now, Japa. We have the same mustache.
So I could look a little bit older. So embracing reality.
Now we come to another V partner, and one that is familiar to all of you, and it's a very good question to ask him as well. So let's hear it from his heart. Sati Senadi Raja. Sati, tell us why.
Dato, for me, it's very simple. I was a nobody. When I met you, you made me a somebody. I remember 22 years ago, I couldn't speak to more than 2 people. And you are solely responsible for me to standing on stage today and speaking to thousands of people. And there are many areas in my life where I still need to grow. And if I leave you, Dato, if I leave this, I will go back to being a nobody. Also, Dato, I lost both my parents, and you and Datin Sri have been guardians to me and my family, and I don't want to lose that ever, so I'm never going to leave you, Dato Sri.
Thank you so much. It means a lot, Sati. So, we go on to the next V partner, but first to Sati Senadi Raja for having shared his heart. Thank you. And we have in our own midst David Kiran Sharma. I remember meeting you in Sri Lanka all those years ago. What hall was that?
Oh, some Japanese cooperative hall.
Yes, some Japanese hall.
Yes.
We walked in there, and you were not so sure at the time. You had a lot of questions about us. It was a good meeting.
I was full of doubts. Dato Sri, Chief picked me up from the heap of losers. And, I was almost 50 years of age, and I thought I'd just go into history as one of those guys who went up there and went down and lost it all. The click he always talks about, and then he brought you into my life. And what you have done with me, I think an angel from heaven couldn't have done much more. You have transformed me, you have made me understand what royalty is, and the most important thing was when, I remember, I think it was in 2006, you said to me, "You've taken so much from this world. Don't you think it's time to give back something?" And I made a decision then, on that particular day, that for the rest of my life, I will serve. I'll serve you, I'll serve Japa, I'll serve my V partnership, and every IR, everyone in corporate, because this is not only my last ship, this is life for me. Every breath I take. And well, I got so much to say. And you always made me believe that there's so much to look forward to. And with your blessings, of course, Datin's blessings, can you imagine the age of 68, I find love and get married? So that was very, I love you. Thank you.
And I love you too. And congratulations. I'm so happy that you have found your love of your life.
Reasons, millions of reasons why I should stay here. Of course, because of love. This is the first thing. I love all the family. But there are other things which are very important. One of them is the responsibility. I learned responsibility and love from you. You have met a lot of challenges, and you are still caring for us. So what would come from us, especially me? It should come carrying the same mission. There are so many people in this world which are lost, not because they don't know how to go out, but because the world is been changing for the last 100 so on years, when they move from culture to culture, from industry to industry. And Dato Sri, we are with you carrying this responsibility. So loyalty for me is nothing I can sell my loyalty to anybody in this world, not to any other company or any other thing. We have met a lot of challenges together, and I am proud to say I am enjoying the journey, because I don't want to repeat the same thing that other friends and partners were saying, but I think everyone have experienced this. So loyalty and responsibility, I cherish a lot in you, and I will be with you and Japa and our QI family forever. I remember extreme things, I tell you, that changed my life. You would always talk to me like a younger brother and tell me talk to Japa. And Japa is always been my upline. We sit for hours in Dubai. For the last 19 years, I signed up 20 years ago, but 19 years and a half I talk to Japa, and I come back to you. I find myself 100% happy and 100% loyal and responsible to continue this journey. From my heart, I want to do this forever, Dato. As long as this nose is breathing. From the bottom of my heart, I want to do this and be here with you forever.
Thank you. Thank you. Shukran. Shukran, Habibi. Thank you so much. I felt that from my heart. People, Dr. Motaz. And now we come to another long-standing member who has been around with us in our journey for a long time, Bapa Pak Hendra Nilam.
Yes, Master. It is my honor to share my heart. I joined this company with you since 20 years ago. Since then, my life changed. My family life changed. You raised me up and also my family. I stay in this company because I see how loyal you to us, the IRs. You, Master Dato Sri, Mr. Japa Das Pisma, and all the V family treat me and my family just like your immediate family, which I hardly can find outside there. And especially on top of all, your integrity to your words. You walk your talk. Your promise is always delivered. Since the first day, I know you, Master Dato Sri. So, from bottom of my heart, I would like to follow your footsteps, to touch 1 billion heart, to save more life. I will live in this company till the end of my life, Master Dato Sri, and also Mr. Joseph Japa Des Bismarck, and all my family in the V and in QNET and in QI. Thank you very much to allow me to serve with you. Thank you, Master.
Terima kasih, Bapak. Thank you so much. That also came from your heart. I felt it so well. Pak Hendra Nilam.
Thank you, Master.
And now we come to Devinder Singh Joel. Please share with us your heart. Tell us about your journey.
Sat Sri Akal, Bhai Sahab.
Sat Sri Akal.
Actually, I don't know. If the more I say, you make it look smaller, and there's so many things to say, you know. I mean, my life changed 360 degrees because of you. You know, I can still remember the first day when I met you and the time I spent with you. And I call you Bhai Sahab because he's the older brother I always wanted. And Bhai Guru God sent. You know, you always taught us that the master plan is never wrong. That's why it's called the master plan. And the master plan is that's why I have you as my older brother. And, you know, like I said, whatever you have shared or you talk, you speak, not only to me, to anyone, and you say something and you do it. You know? So I also found a mentor, a teacher, or a light that will guide me until my last day. All right, that I can be a certain percentage of what you are doing is already, I thank God, because you are really touching everybody, anywhere in the planet, any part of it. And I know for a fact that you will never leave me behind. And you also have become godfather for my kids, you know, and the whole family. You know, the values you have taught us, and also the love, care. I mean, like I said, you know, I'm lost of words sometimes, thinking what you have done. And I cannot thank God. I cannot ask for more because He's given me you. And Babiji, your missus, you know, been unbelievable. So you have guided me, you teach me, you care for me. How can I ever leave this precious thing? This is the most precious thing I have in my life. And I want to thank you and keep being my teacher, my older brother, because I have a lot to learn. And never in the last 20 plus years a day been boring. It's always been action. And what I like is I know where I'm going because you are showing me. And thank you, Vaisa. Thank you. I love you very much. Thank you, Japa.
Love you, Devinder. Dave Singh Joel, people. Thank you for sharing your heart. And now we come to another long stalwart within the company who has been with us virtually the entire journey. Dave Wadwani.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm just doing a mic test because my voice. So Dato Sri, I don't think you know this, but I met you the first time in Bombay, actually. You were launching your book in Bombay, and I remember it was a Meridian Hotel near the airport. And I was a cynical investment banker at the time. And I was curious to basically see who the man behind the company was. So the curiosity got me there. And then you, of course, blew me away with a wonderful speech. And I could see your vision. Personally, I'm still here after 15 years because I believe that we are fighting for our way of life. And, you know, we have to keep fighting for our way of life as a company, as networkers. That is one. Second is, I really believe after 22 years that we are just getting warmed up. And what lies ahead is so exciting. And what we can do together is something incredible. And that is pure adrenaline and stimulation for me personally. Of course, along the way, like all my brothers and sisters, we are now family. And how do you walk away from your family? It's not possible. I can't imagine. Besides my blood family, you guys are closer to anyone in the world than, you guys are the closest to me in the world. And that's basically why I'm still here. And the last thing, Dato, is that you're a wonderful singer. I heard you sing on your birthday, and you sang the song Hotel California. And I believe that you can check out any time, but you can never leave. So
Yes.
basically, that's why I'm here, because of the Hotel California.
Absolutely right. Wonderful.
Love you, Dato. Love you, Dato. Thank you
Love
for
you.
everything.
Love you from the bottom of my heart. From my heart to yours. Dave Wadwani, people. And now we come to our brother Mohanad from the Middle East. Please, Brother Mohanad, share your heart with us.
Hi, Dato. Hi, how are you? I love you, Dato. In the beginning, Dato, I would like to say, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I am here from day one, and I will stay here forever, inshallah Rabbil Alameen. Dato, I am lucky that I joined in the early days, QNET. It was Gold Quest at that time. And 20 years back, as a new IR, I was so lucky that I can even new IRs to be very close to you. And when I start learning network marketing and how to help people, we faced some challenges in the ground. And I was texting you, and I was texting messages, SMS at that time, Japa. I was so wondering how an owner of a company, how much humble, how much he care about everyone. You and Japa, you gave us you hit an example, like a milestone and big heart, caring about everybody. And I know that, if you remember, one time you called me in my phone. I was like, oh, at that time we called you even Mr. Dato, Mr. Vijay, we don't call Dato. So I was like, my heart beat. And I pick up the call, and you was giving me instructions how to help someone he in need now. So I said, wow, this person is keep teaching me a lot and a lot. I love to be a person who help people. I love to spread love, spread care, helping poor people, being the solid, strong, whatever things which can be in the front of the wind of weak people in this life. So with these years, I learned a lot from you. And I said, yes, Japa, yes, Dato. I will give you my loyalty forever. You both, you are standing in them, not behind. Your leadership is not staying behind. Your leadership in the front line. So I said, wow, these two people, I will follow them forever. And I will teach my people And I always teach my people that, see, this is called leadership. And this is how you can help a lot of people in this life. I thank you, Dato, and I thank Japa, and I thank all V partners and all QNET staff that this is our journey and we learn together and we develop together. And I promise you, Dato, we are here with you forever.
Thank you. Thank you, Habibi. It has been a wonderful journey, Mohanad. Mohanad. And we come to another very powerful lady in our midst. And when she joined us, as usual, she joined us with a great flair. And we're truly happy to have her with all of us. I give you VP Padma from India. Tell us, Padma, why are you still with us? Can you hear me? Padma? Come, Padma. Share with us a little bit about your journey. Tell us why you are still with us from your heart.
Padma? Okay, Padma. Dato Sri is
Come,
waiting
Padma,
to hear from you.
You have to speak just a few words from your heart. Adaway podam.
Take a deep breath, Padma, and speak from your heart. Take a deep breath.
There are so many people here waiting to hear from you, who look up to you, who are inspired by you. You, apart from Donna, represent a hope for many, many women across the world. So speak from your heart.
Dato Sri, because I know the value of love and concern. One minute.
One more deep breath.
I started this journey all alone.
Yes.
You know, Dato Sri. I started this journey all alone with 2 kids. Life was literally in the midst of the whirlpool. It was like that. And after coming into this business, I could take up this business just because of you, Dato Sri. I mean, I could take it very seriously because I have seen that real love and concern for people. After I came into your hands, I never missed my parents. And Chetan, who was a special child, differently abled, where I thought whether this kid can walk. But today he's a national, international racer just because of you. You adopted him. You adopted 3 of us as your family. Whatever happened, Dato, whatever happened to me, I faced several challenges in the journey. I was not worried about anything. I just never cared about any problem what I was facing because you were there behind me. Even walking into a prison was nothing for me. I thought I'm just going to take rest for some time because you're always there behind me. It's all your love, Dattashri. It's all your love and that concern what you show towards us. That's a real parenting, Dattashri. You're the real father. For all of us, you're the real father. You showed us how to be a parent. Leadership is about parenting. What you didn't do for us, Dattashri, you have done everything for us. I thank every day for what I am today, what we are today. And you have given us a chance to change so many people's life. This goes in my mind thousands of times in a day, from where to where the life has changed. And you still stand behind us, holding us. I know that you won't leave us. You'll be just joking that you want to retire. I know you will never retire, Dattashri. Japa and you will never retire. My brother Chief will never retire. You're everything for us, Dattashri. And I can say I never miss my parents. You and Datin are always mine, Chetan's and Ashwan's parents. Thank you for being there in our life always, Dattashri. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry for this breakdown. I never thought I would do that. My heartbeat was so fast that I'm so worried that you'll call my name. I was not able to control my emotions. You're everything for us, Dattashri. Thank you. And thanks to all the V partners also for being there as a family.
I love you. Love you, Padma. I love you. God bless. VP Padma, people. VP Padma. So, we come down to Kavita and Sachin. Who will be speaking first? Are Sachin, Baba? You want to start or Kavita? Kavita, ladies first. Ladies first. Come.
Good morning, Dato-Sri.
Another flower among all of us. We are so happy to have you. When you came in, our balance is starting to look better. Slowly, one of these days, we will come to that dream where there will be half that will be women. And you're making so many women proud. I am so proud of you, Kavita.
Thank you, Dato-Sri. Thank you. We should have half of capable women, not only women. So...
Yes, agreed,
yeah.
Agreed.
So, Dato-Sri, I'm here because I think there can't be a better place for me to be. And 11 years back when I started my journey, I had no direction, no money in my bank account, nothing. The only thing I had was a dream. And people told me that, your dreams are too big for your gender and for your shoes. And, you should just focus on your life right now rather than focusing on career. And I was directionless. And when I attended my first VCon, when I saw you, when I saw Japa on stage, what VCon gave me is a hope that it is possible for me to make my dream come true. And from the time I've started my journey with this company, I've received a lot from you, from Japa, and especially from my upline VP, Dev, and Chief. So, I've always found you guys holding my hand to take me to the finish line. And my dreams are not over yet, Dato-Sri. I have a lot more to achieve. and I'm not going anywhere. And I'll be here with all of you because people call it a company or a career path. For me, it's a family. And I'm here to stay, Dato Sri. Thank you.
Thank you. We love you too, Kavita. Thank you very much. For Kavita, people. And now, to the other half, Sachin.
Good morning, Dato Sri. Dato Sri, when I started around 12 years back, the only reason why I started was because I wanted to make my life better. I was sick and tired of having a train journey every day in Bombay. And I just wanted to have an opportunity to make more money so that I can provide better to my family. And I'm a person, coming from a small town, though I was working in Bombay, but from heart, I'm still a small town boy. And I was not very good in many things. I mean to say, I never stood first in my class. I never took any part in any competition in the school or a college. So I myself was not knowing what is my true potential actually. And after coming in this business only, I understood what exactly I can do. And I understood that there are many more people outside there like me who don't know what is their true potential. And this business made me realize my true potential. So when I look at any person who's just like me, coming from a small background, small town, not too smart, not having too much exposure of the world, and when I look at them and I see them growing, I think that gave me more satisfaction than owning a Ferrari or any other big villa or anywhere else actually, any other dream of my own. So I think this business is no more a business to me, it become a way of life. And I always tell my people that it's not important for me anymore what I got from it, but what is more important is what I become in the process as a person actually, right? And in this process, everyone contributed, especially you and Japa. When I looked at you in my first week on, I was bleeding actually financially. I was not knowing how to talk to people. I was not knowing about anything around the world, what is happening, right? I was a small town boy and who just was there actually with some dreams. But when I saw you guys there, it actually gave me a hope. And more than a hope, it gave me a endorsement that yes, I'm in the right direction. I don't know what I got from there, but WeCon is so close to my heart that from my first WeCon onwards, my life took a different turn actually. Before that, of course, I was working with full belief, but something changed after WeCon. And that's why I always tell my people that never miss the WeCon. You don't know what exactly you need. You don't know what exactly you will get, but you will get something which in a long run you will realize has changed your entire life, not only yours, but generations to come in actually, right? So when I call it my way of life, when I call it, this is my calling actually, right? So today, the checks which we earn, the life which we live is just a byproduct actually, right? But every time when we see new people coming up, the love which we receive from them, the blessings which we receive from them, because in some or other way, directly or indirectly, we've been contributing in their lives, knowingly, unknowingly actually, right? And I think there's no better platform than this to touch billions of hearts, as your mission says, right? Because people go out, do charity that can touch one person, two person, few people, few communities actually. But this is the only business wherein we touch one person, that one person can touch 1,000 and those 1,000 can reach out to the billions actually, right? And I think people differentiate between a life and a business, but I think this business is my life. In fact, life is a part of this business. This business is not part of my life actually, right? So this is my calling. So how can I go away anywhere? And I think it was a God's plan that I'm in this business, because people who referred me, they left after a few months. People who referred them, they left after a few months. People who referred them, they also are left after a few months. Only two people standing. I think between me and Dev, there's no one else who exists today. But I think God had sent them to open doors for me to meet him and through him to meet you and Japa actually, right? So everyone sitting out there who's listening, I think it's a God's plan. And sometimes we don't know where we are heading and where exactly God is taking us. But today when I look back my life, it cannot be a coincidence. And when God has given this path to me, how can I change? So there's no point, even thinking or talking about whether I'll be there or not, right? I'll be there forever. This business is there in my blood now. I'm not a part of it. It is a part of me actually, right? And I love you, Dato Sri. Thank you very much for actually developing, transforming me as a small town boy, spiritually, financially, lifestyle wise. But the beauty is still from heart. I'm a small town person, and it only actually happened because you ensured that small town boy still remain, okay, with all the other knowledge which you were, ready to pass on to us. So thank you so much, Dato Sri. I love you, and I love you, Japa, for being there, so cool with us in Dubai. Thank you so much, right?
No flaws in the master plan. Thank you so much, Sachin. God bless you too. And we love you. Oh, that leaves us with one more person.
Last but not least, losing his voice. Is the camera focused on me?
You got 2 more days to go. You can't afford to lose your voice.
Don't worry, Dato. By tomorrow morning, my voice will come back. Where's the camera? Because you have to focus to what I'm saying. Because
please pen on.
I think I've spent the most time with you and Japa, Ane. And I think I see many sides of both of you. And I don't know whether everyone watching will understand this. But why I'm still here, and I don't know how to describe this, because you and Japa never backed down from a fight when it came to the lives of your downlines. And many of you don't know this. The company started in 1998 and went into almost every country in the world. And you know by now that every country there will be some kind of challenge. All right? For many stupid reasons, because of them not understanding networking. And every time we face the challenge as an organization, and I sit down with Dato Sri and Japa, they only tell us one thing. We never abandon any market. We never abandon any IR apartment. If there's one IR in that country, we will fight at any cost to protect the dreams of that IRs. And all the V partners here know this. And I know many network marketing companies where the founders don't even speak to the downlines anymore. But for 22 years, and I watched you and Japa have nights where you sleep for 2-3 hours, not speaking at VCon. Speaking at VCon is today. But a lot of you don't know the original in-service. The concept was born by leadership, by example. And Atli was talking about the cruise. I remember how you and Japa checked us in. You told us about how to run an event. You would walk up on stage at any given time to speak to any crowd. You would never turn anyone away. I walk with you through every VCon. And if somebody wanted to touch your hand at your physical risk, and Akka, Datin Sri would tell me, Padman, they're pulling him, they're pulling his shirt. And you would say, ignore her, I'll walk this way. And I've seen you, reach out to somebody, give somebody a hug, say hello, take a picture. And as a founder, and I want everyone to understand this concept of founder, maybe I used the wrong word. They are not normal founders. They are very different. Because they are founders who keep their promises after 22 years. And I am still here now for two reasons. Number one, I don't want to miss the next battle. And number two, I give you my word that you and Japa will never have to fight another battle for us without me standing by your side. And I'm telling you, Ane, these 200,000 people right now who are brand new, listening to all the V partners, and some of them are signing up as we speak. And I bet you the sign-ups are going to happen now because they thought we were just another M&M company. We don't say MLM, another M&M company. We are not. We are not a company. What you see here and what you see on the screen is truly a family. And family stays together through good times and bad times. And I personally want to say thank you for staying with us, especially me, during our bad times. Right? You are not only a sunshine brother, but the rainy days, you are the best brother somebody could wish for. So I love you, Japa. All right? I'm looking forward for the next battle where we fight for our IRs. All in, Japa. And thank you, Ane. Not for the decision you made 22 years ago, but you made promises to me, to Kuna, to Sati, to everyone on the screen. And you kept that promises. And that kind of man doesn't exist anymore. And I don't know how to say this, but Amma would always describe you in a simplistic way that Ishwaran is a good man. And I want to say this. Thank you so much. I love you, Ane.
To Padman Senadiraja. And there you have it. The V. And now you truly begin to understand why we talk about Ubuntu. Now you truly begin to understand when I say, I am because we are. This journey would never have been possible alone. This journey was made so abundantly rich because we did it together. I am so proud and so grateful to each and every one of you. I am proud that my brother Japa took a decision all those years ago and waited 6 months to join me. I'm proud that each of you in your own way joined me at different times of this journey and that we made this journey together. It was great having each and every one of you. You all contributed to who I am today. So first of all, let me express my gratitude because you made me who I am. In some form or another, you contributed to the person who's standing here today. You are simply a piece of the puzzle that makes me whole. And I am so grateful for your patience, your understanding, your love, and your contribution into our lives and into my life in particular.